up guys, and welcome to the 40 Runs Running Awards 2020. Now if you've not seen last year's video or the year before that, definitely check them out. But this year, because it's like pandemic crazy world that we live in, I've decided that I'm going to go casual. Usually I like to dress up for the running awards, but this year I've gone casual because basically I've spent all year dressed like this. So I thought it would totally in tune with the 2020 awards that I stand here in what I've been wearing for the whole of the year. So these awards are really special because they are voted for by the 40 Runs running community. Now if you don't know what that is, on Facebook we have running communities of over 15,000 runners, everyday runners. So people who, you know, run 8-hour marathon, never run a marathon, to people who run a 2.5-hour marathon. We've got everybody covered, and we're just there because we like running and we like to have a laugh, and I would recommend you join that on Facebook. But these categories were set by me, but the guys voted themselves, and this is how we got on. Right guys, so the first award is actually a forward-looking award, and it might sound nuts, but I asked the guys what race are they most looking forward to in 2021, slash what sort of one did they miss the most in 2020. That's kind of where we was going with it. And there was quite a few, you know, the usuals, London Marathon, all that sort of stuff. But there was only one winner, and it absolutely destroyed all the opposition. And the winner is the Great North Run, and it had double the number of votes than any other race. And that is the one that the 40 Runs running community are most looking forward to in 2021, but also the one they missed from 2020. Now, if you're new to the channel, the Great North Run is my favourite race of the year, hands down. I love the people of the Northeast. I absolutely love the environment. I love the feel of the race. I love the race itself. But I just love the whole weekend. I think not last year, because going back to 2019, we had like 2,500 40 runners up there. It was just epic, and I love it. The weekend is one of my favourite weekends of the year. So congratulations to Great North Run. You are the most anticipated race of 2021. Okay, next up, running technology and running watches to be specific. Which is the most popular running watch of 2020? Now, this was a close one between the Garmin Fenix 5 and the Garmin 645, but it was the Fenix that won, so congratulations. But either way, it's Garmin all day long. It seems the Garmin watches in the 40 Runs community are the most popular. In third, I'll just check it, was the Vivo Active 4, which I've never tried. But yeah, so it was the Fenix 5 that came out on top, but only by a slight margin. And then it was the 645 with music. Right guys, so next up is our favourite book, running book, actually, of 2020. Not just a book, but running book of 2020. Now, if you don't know about the 40 Runs Running Book Club, I recommend you check that out. You can get to that via the 40 Runs running community on Facebook. We've got an awesome group going in there, and they talk all things running book related, and they've had some amazing guests on this year, and it's looking incredible, the guest list for next year. But we asked the guys what's their sort of favourite running book of 2020, and there was only one winner. And the number one book was 26.2 Miles to Happiness by Paul Tonkinson. And also, if you've not seen it, check out the video we did when Paul did a Zoom session with the guys from the book club. I would really recommend it. But congratulations to Paul, you are our favourite book of 2020. Right guys, next up is our favourite podcast of 2020. Now, podcasts are interesting. I have toyed with the idea, but I haven't got time basically. But I have toyed with the ideas, particularly with Alan, because when we go out and run, we talk a lot of nonsense, and he said to me we should be videoing this or doing it because people might find it quite amusing. But anyway, that's another story. But I asked the guys what's their favourite podcast of 2020, and this was the winner. Congratulations to the running commentary. Now, I've never ever checked this out, and I will do after this video, but the running commentary came in first, and then second was Run Pod by Jenny Faulkner. Jenny Faulkner, I've met what's it called? What's that thing you do before the London Marathon? Expo, got it. But yeah, so that came in second, but yeah, running commentary was our number one podcast of 2020. Right, next up is our favourite bit of running gear that we bought in 2020. Now, there's loads to choose from, and I let the guys, you know, just crack on and decide whatever they wanted to go for. And there was an overwhelming winner. And the winner was the Iniji Hydration Vest. Now, if you've not seen the reviews I've done it, and I've done quite a few, check it out. It is a lightweight, cheap running vest that you can put your hydration in and just carry it, especially when you're marathon training. And it won by a landslide. Next to that was Aftershok's earphones, but Now, an EG hydration vest absolutely destroyed that and came out on top in our #1 bit of running gear of 2020. Next up is the favourite running shoe brand. Now, I left the guys to crack on with this one. I didn't get involved in this one because obviously I would sway them. But they came with one winner, and it was Brooks. Brooks came in with 201 votes versus Asics, which had 117 votes. So Brooks did really, really well again. And it's amazing. Every year the guys pick Brooks. I can kind of see why, but it still amazes me that they go for Brooks every year. Right, next up, virtual medals. Top virtual medal of 2020. Now, there's been loads of virtual medals in 2020 because of the pandemic. We've done loads on 40 runs. And there's been events that have done virtual runs, all that sort of stuff. So I asked the guys for their favourite virtual medal of 2020. And the winner is the Virgin London Marathon. Virgin Money London Marathon, sorry, I should say. That came out on top with the most votes. I did that myself. You probably can't see it, but it's hanging up over there. It was an awesome bit of bling. It's like this big with the 40th race on it. But congratulations, London Marathon. You are our favourite virtual medal 2020. Okay, now this is a funny one because looking back on it, it's probably actually a stupid question to ask, but it was a favourite race of 2020. Now, this was obviously for the start of the year. Between sort of January and April, March, April, when everything shut down here in the UK. The top race was the Big Half, and I'm not surprised by that actually, because that was like the biggest event that took place here in the UK before lockdown. But I think even if that we didn't have the lockdown, the Big Half always comes out on top. The guys really, really love it. I think it's put on by the guys from the London Marathon events team. They do a fantastic job. The course is great. It's well organised. It's well attended. It's at the start of the year, so a lot of people are marathon training, so it fits nicely into people's schedules as well. So I can understand why it came out on top again. And that's it. That's the Running Awards 2020. It was only a short one this year because with the pandemic and all that sort of stuff, we wanted to keep it short and sweet this year. But let me know in the comments on the categories that we've done. What are your picks? Let me know. List them below. I'll be very interested to know. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. List them. I'll be very interested to see your opinions on some of these categories that we've had in 2020. So there you go. Hopefully 2021 is more awesome than 2020. I don't think you'll actually have to try very hard to be more awesome than 2020. But that's it for another year of the Running Awards. I'll catch you real soon. We'll be right back.